Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at MTV, and just before we do, we look at Bitcoin first, get a baseline of the market so we know exactly what's going on. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to check out my trading community. I have a link in the description below for that. Really awesome group of folks there, and I do send out signals as well in case you're interested. That is referred to as CryptoCache Premium. Now, moving forward here, we're looking at Bitcoin on the one-day chart, and just to kind of clarify, today, Bitcoin is definitely on the upside. It bounced off of support at about 60,000, and it does look like it's progressing towards 65,000, that resistance channel from before. Bear in mind, Mondays and Tuesdays are typically red days. Doesn't mean we're going to see a sell-off per se, but I want to make sure that we wait a little bit longer to find out if that's going to happen, because I don't think we had enough of a correction personally to see our next leg up yet. It would be healthier if the price were to go sideways and down a little bit further. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just how Bitcoin works, right? So in order for us to see six figures this year for Bitcoin, we want to see it come down a little bit further. That being said, we got, again, support channel here between 58 and 60,000, resistance channel between 65 and 66. Now moving on to MTV. Obviously, it's making some moves here today. I can see why I got a lot of requests. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here. We've obviously got a pretty strong resistance level that was broken here today at about, what, we could say 2.5. And bear in mind, this hasn't officially been broken yet. Obviously, the price is pushing higher right now as we speak, but if it comes back down, retraces, and closes below that level, then there's a good chance that we might see that work as a continued resistance level. But good news is we definitely have this ascending pattern here, concurrent with the 50-day simple moving average. So there's a great chance that if it doesn't break above and stay above today, stay above what I guess 2.5 cents on the one-day chart, then we are going to see perhaps a continuation to eventually break to the upside. Or the more positive aspect here, what should and could happen, is a simple fact that the price will close above 2.5 cents, and that'll work as a new support level. So the price comes down, it'll bounce and continue up. That's the typical way in which things work, but the great news is you can kind of see the 50-day simple moving average working as a support level. That's going to keep pushing the price up. That's why I do that line there, because that essentially kind of shows us where we're at now. Keep this in mind, RSI is up over 70. It's done that before and continued on, right? So there's a good chance that this could continue to the upside. It does look a little bit on the overextended side to me. In fact, if we take a look here at TD sequential, we're at a 7. So I would say best case scenario, we're going to have maybe a day or two worth of continuation to the upside. That would be a best case scenario. Again, what we want though is we want this to kind of calm down, go sideways, and then leg up again after it's consolidated at support. That's the preferred way to do it. That's what I like to look for. In fact, majority of my trades that I send out, my signals that I send out to my trading community, I have that as a foundation. I like consolidation at support. It makes the most sense to go long, and of course, consolidation at resistance for a short position. All right, take a quick look at the 4-hour chart. And just to note here as well, we're above both moving averages. That's fantastic. RSI is obviously up over 70. That's pretty standard for an increase like this. We can kind of tell here, though, for obvious reasons, that we're definitely in overtime. Now, again, I know on the one-day chart, it showed that we're at a 7 and we have 2 more days worth of potential bullish momentum. But just bear in mind, on the 4-hour chart, we're definitely overextended. In other words, we are about a full 12 to 16 hours into overtime. That's what I refer to it as. In other words, when you see a 9 on TD sequential, we're supposed to see a sideways action or a reset to kind of help alleviate that potential for a retracement. In other words, a good healthy run, and you'll hear me say this all the time if you're not new to the channel, should look like this, right? It should have a continuation. In other words, a nice staircase pattern followed by, it's just going to be consolidation, increase. This is mostly just increase here. Therefore, we might see a retracement. I would speculate the price will retrace, come back down, and bounce off of support. That's what I'd like to see. Honestly, I'd prefer to continue to go upwards. Don't get me wrong. That's always nice, but sometimes if you don't get what you ask for, or in this case, you get what you ask for, it'll come back down even harder, right? So I just like to kind of exercise caution and just explain that hey, it's important not to focus on just a strong increase. We want to see a continuation that is healthy. So for lack of better terms, this needs to come back down soon in order for it to kind of relax and calm down. Let's take a quick look at Ishimoku Cloud. We're obviously up above it, but I like the fact that the cloud is right at support level right now. So if the price does come down and retrace, we have that working as an added support level. So all in all, I think I like where MTV is heading here, right? It's got some really good potential. It's definitely a strong coin. Let's see where we're at from before too. Yeah, so we already passed that. I think that's, yeah, pretty obvious, but we can mark that as a support level too, because that could very well be something in the future. So the price does come down. Just say we lose this support level here at about 2.5 cents. We'll see it come down to about 2.2 as the next available support level, which was the previous all-time high. Now, granted, I don't put a lot of weight into the fact that this is the first, the ICO date, or I would presume this is the ICO date. I didn't actually look at other charts. This is strictly on KuCoin, but generally speaking, that's kind of what we're looking at there. It usually works as a pretty strong support, even if it's a first day there and it's not really the best trading data. So again, to summarize, the price will likely continue sideways. My guess it'll consolidate around 2.5 and then eventually bounce to the upside. And let's just take one last little look here at the potential of where this could go if it continues to the upside, right? So let's take a look here. So I'd say better case scenario would be 3.8 cents. That would probably be a best case scenario on this trajectory, this run, before it maxes out and we start seeing a significant retracement. Now keep in mind, this time frame right here, what we see, that was a short amount of time. That was what, a day and a half. So if it continues on in this run and it keeps pushing very, very high, very fast, if it comes up to just say 3.8 cents the next couple of days, you can expect it to come down a lot faster. Okay, so just keep that in mind. What I'd like to see again, consolidation and then another leg up. So if we consolidate right here at support, we'll probably see 3.2 upwards of 3.6 cents easy, but we can't have it continue much further without some type of cooling off period. And I would say year in for this coin, yeah, I would say 4 cents is pretty likely. Just based on its trajectory, how well it's doing so far, I think it's very likely it's going to do that. It's got a lot of volume, a lot of momentum, and it's looking pretty good. So obviously, exercise caution when you invest, but make sure that you move your support levels or your stop targets to just below support. So for me, for example, my stop would be at like 2.2 cents. If I was already in profit, I would have probably taken profit closer to the top here. Obviously, it's easier said than done now. You never truly know where the top's at. But the bottom line is it broke that support level, and we want to kind of try to get some money while we can in case it comes retracing back down all the way down below. And as we can kind of see, it's working its way down here to that potential support of 2.4 cents. Sorry, 2.5 cents. We'll see what happens in the near future. I'll cover this again here soon, but be careful, be cautious, and also optimistic if possible, but let's just be realistic, okay? Make sure you take profits while you still can. I try to teach that to my patrons at all times. Set profit targets before you get in. All right, so before you even started this trade, you should have set 2 to 3 profit targets and ensured that you had a stop loss in place. As you hit your profit targets, move them up. Make it a trailing stop loss increase, or you actually move your trailing stop loss to the most recent profit target, right? Or at least break even, if nothing else. Again, these are just kind of fundamentals that you need to know as a trader in general. If you'd like more insight on that, feel free to reference my Telegram community. Again, I have a trading community essentially through Telegram referred to as CryptoCache Premium. Link in the description below for that. If not, that's okay. Thank you so much for your time here today. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Take care.